Boom, we're back. We're live. This is McKola TV. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you're feeling like me and Dean, probably not at the moment, because life as a Manchester United fan is a mixture of emotions, and most of them have been pretty negative in the last couple of weeks. In the last two games at Old Trafford, Manchester United have drawn against Wolves, drawn against Derby, knocked out on penalties, and we've been outplayed by those two teams as well, which has been the most worrying thing. But not only that, an added extra layer has been added to this, with our star player Paul Pogba apparently going head to head with Jose Mourinho. Now, we've heard the comments from both over the last year. Jose Mourinho beginning by calling out Paul Pogba and suggesting maybe his commitment and his whatever was wrong with him. And then we've had Pogba retaliating lately in the media and saying the football isn't good enough at United, we need to attack, etc, etc. This has apparently resulted in Jose Mourinho, I say apparently, Jose's confirmed it himself, stripping the vice captaincy away from Paul Pogba, and seemingly today in training telling him to get out of training, although we didn't hear everything in that conversation, so we can't really suggest, but body language would say alone it wasn't a positive conversation between the two. The question we're asking today is, what is going on at Manchester United? What is going on between Jose Mourinho and Paul Pogba? And is this a sign that Jose Mourinho has lost the dressing room at Manchester United in similar fashion to the way he did at Chelsea? Now, we've seen this before with Jose Mourinho, so the question is a relevant one. I'm here with Dean today. Dean, how you doing, bro? You all right?
I'm alright, innit? Obviously, so United's kind of set the tone. Like, so I went to the Wolves game and watched the game yesterday. It's just flat, innit? Like, and then today, obviously, with what I've seen today in the media, like, it's not positive, and I'm kind of just thinking, where are we going, or like, what's going on in it? Like, as a fan, like, it's not going well on the pitch, and it's clearly not going on well off the pitch. You mentioned Mourinho's points about Pogba not being vice captain. I'd seen that being written in the media, but to be honest,
I thought it was bullshit when I heard
same,
it.
yeah. I'm thinking, like, because who would do that?
And then he confirmed it after, which obviously suggested it wasn't bullshit. Now, Colin says this is the kick up the arse that Pogba needs. Now, do you think that this is something to do with his levels of consistency, or do you think this is something to more than that? Because surely a player not performing or not being consistent wouldn't see a fallout between him and the manager. You'd see maybe some discussion, maybe some guidance, maybe some aims to improve on things, but you wouldn't see a fallout, because that doesn't make sense, does it? So do you think it's a little bit more than that? Obviously, Paul Pogba hasn't been consistent, but some could argue nor has Mourinho as Manchester United manager. So why do you think these two are coming head to head? Is it an ego thing?
I think they've got a difference of opinion about something. I think if you hear what he has said, Pogba, obviously he's talking about attack or whatever, which I mean, that kind of goes with the way he plays as well. Because to me, again, I was at the Wolves game. To me, he was the only one who showed attacking intent, really. And I thought
it was our best player in that game.
Yeah, I believe that as well in terms of going forward. I think defensive, I don't think he can learn. But for me, a man like Pogba, you want him to be attacking, and I think that they clearly have a difference in opinion. I don't think Mourinho was even happy that he came out and even said that, because I think behind closed doors, maybe you probably say that, but I don't think it's really best practice to start chatting that in the media. Like, to be honest, I'm surprised Pogba even spoke to the media after that game, to be honest.
I agree with you there, but then I also think, whilst I don't want to see Pogba saying those things publicly, I agree with him, and the fans clearly agree with him, because we chanted the same thing yesterday against Derby. We chant the same thing a lot of times, and whilst I agree that I don't want Pogba coming out publicly, I also don't want my manager doing the same. And the manager set the tone for that 12 months earlier. Now, a lot of people say the manager's made up for that in recent times by giving him the captaincy and, you know, being nice to him and stuff like that. But I don't buy that, because for a long time Jose Mourinho was chipping away at him in the press. A long time Jose Mourinho, you know, has kind of set the tone for this. So then you reap what you sow. It's something I've tweeted so many times in discussion with people today, but I just feel like Jose has reaped what is sown at this club.
Yeah, I'd agree. Obviously, it's gonna, whatever Mourinho's done to Pogba, obviously he's gonna have an effect. So I'm not surprised Pogba said it. To be honest, like, he's a man where at the same time though, he's he's not like even if he like is perceived to lose in a situation where he like Mourinho stays and he goes, for example, he go to Barca or something. Like he's not.
Yeah,
he's
Pogba
not,
doesn't go down from.
Yeah, like he's not. He's a World Cup winner, innit? Your man's talking about giving a kick up the arse. I can understand that, but he's won the World Cup, innit? So at the same time, it's like if you're as a player who's been now successful, like at the biggest stage, I think he can come out and say like, yo, we do need to attack, because it's like, bro, I have won stuff myself as well, innit? Like
from 4 league titles in Italy. There was never any suggestion about his consistency or his attitude when he was at Juventus with France. So that's why I find it strange that why is there such a big issue? Like, all of a sudden Pogba is a bad player at Manchester United. That's what I mean. Like, a lot of the frustration for me comes down to the fact that the defense of Mourinho seems to be the players and the squad isn't good enough. Yes, I know we needed a centre half. Yes, I know we maybe need another right back or a full back or whatever and a right winger. But there's so many players in this team that are not performing. Many of them are his signings. Alexis Sanchez is a fantastic player. Look at him. Paul Pogba, fantastic player, inconsistent. Romelu Lukaku scored a lot of goals this season, but look at him in the last few games. You look at the others behind Mkhitaryan. Obviously, we swapped him for Sanchez, but again, we had the problems with him. Eric Bailly, the way he speaks about him in the press is like he couldn't stand the fella. Lindelof is not showing much confidence in him. So all of his signings, he's not really improved any of them. I can't see any players that he really has improved in this team. What? So I don't know how it's become a Paul Pogba and the players are the bad ones here. I just don't agree with that kind of viewpoint on it.
I think at the same time, I think the player, like, as much as you're gonna say it's not the players can get him out of sticky situations. Again, yesterday, if Lukaku takes his chances, we win the game, innit?
But we say there's too many games.
It don't matter. Like, we're not talking about this now. We're not looking into like them two having this discussion at the training ground. We're not looking into Pogba smiling at the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like if some of our players take our chances, then we win games, innit? Like,
Danish says players don't like Mourinho. That's why they're not playing their heart out. So that's why, like, you say that. This is what I don't get. I agree.
Do you even need to like your manager though?
In
any walk of life, like
why do people say this about Moyes and Van Gaal then? Like, because there were games when we played with Moyes and Van Gaal, the football wasn't great. We had chances in those games, so you could say, but if we took our chances, then. But the players obviously are playing like that for a reason.
Yeah, that can be. Again, this is early in the season, isn't it? Like, we're not talking like this is halfway through the season. It's still early. Like, we haven't had a massive preseason because of the World Cup. Like, I'm not trying to give bare excuses, like, but at the same time, it is early. Like, yesterday was Derby's biggest game this season. That's their biggest game this season. Same as probably Wolves.
But you have to
get
used to that as a Manchester.
Yeah, no, of course. But at the same time, if you're playing, like, even as fans, not as many fans turned up yesterday for the game. Why? Because it's not a game where we're thinking, oh, yeah, I want to go and see us against Derby. The players can think that as well. I think
it's not just against Derby. We've seen it against Wolves.
Yeah, of course.
Brighton.
Because they're small. They are still kind of small games. Fans as well.
It's not though. But how is that an excuse? We've dropped 8 points in the league this season, bro. 8 points in the. Yeah. We're already out of the league race. We're already out of the League Cup, which, for all saying yes, it's the 4th down on the list. Jose wins that trophy and gives it high credit. So we played a very strong team against. Like, I
think we should win that game in reality. Like, it's a disappointing result. Obviously, we drew. We lost on penalties. And penalties is kind of a flip of a coin, especially when no keepers are saving hardly any penalties. You know
I don't blame the penalties. I blame what happened before. I can't blame Phil Jones for missing a penalty. I think everyone in the stadium knew he was going to miss that penalty. I can't blame him for that. I can blame for what happened before that. I can blame for what happened against Wolves, what happened against Spurs, what happened against Brighton, what's been happening, what's happened against Sevilla. And the thing with all of these games is Paul Pogba don't play in all of those games. Martial don't play in all of those games. All of these guys are seemingly the problem. But everyone keeps saying other people are the problem. Jose keeps saying other people are the problem. When is the problem Jose?
I think obviously, like, again, like, some things I think he has to take it is him, but at the same time, like I say, for me, it's like yesterday everyone's all FC Martial, you get me? It's like, yo, go and score against Derby then. Finish your, you know what I'm saying? Finish your chance against Derby then. You know what I'm saying? Just go and score. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not happening. Again, we played poor, yes.
He was our best player yesterday.
Yeah, I know, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you didn't win us the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, like, I think that's we need in the last couple of seasons we've had no player really out like be the best in the league, and we've not had no one to speak about. Again, you can blame managers, but at the same time, players are on the pitch, and I just don't think. Like currently we're not showing enough. I don't.
Okay, why do you think the players aren't playing for the manager?
I don't. Me personally, I don't think it's that they're not playing for the manager. I just think that, like yesterday, we didn't have the same kind of intensity we needed that we had against, say, Spurs in the first half. That's what we
still
need.
Lost that game.
Yeah, because we didn't play the same in the second half. So
do you think, do you remember what we saw at Chelsea at the end, where some fans started turning against some players, etc.? Do you think we're seeing that now?
It's a lot easier to happen with social media. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot easier to kind of do it now because everyone's got a voice. We're doing, you know what I'm saying? We're doing this. It's like we can kind of state where we are with it. Like so, I think it's easier for that to happen. I'm seeing now a lot of people sort of Jose out or the conversation is it Pogba or both or what we're doing, get rid of the whole board. You know what I'm saying? So everyone does have a voice, and I think to be honest, it is kind of going. It kind of makes me sick, to be honest. Like when I seen like all this like I said, there wasn't even a big crowd there yesterday. You know what I'm saying? That's because of the kind of atmosphere around the club. Myself, I'm not really like, even when I go now, it's like I want to go, but it's like I'm not like over with joy, like thinking I'm gonna go see a good game. I mean, when I went to Wolves, I'm sitting there and standing there, I was in a strip for them, but it's like at certain times in the game, I'm there appreciating Wolves play. I'm like, it's neat that
it was like yesterday, I mean? Like, and I'm
Derby's,
Derby's free kick was amazing. Some of the football they played was I'm not going to say amazing because it wasn't, but it was fantastic football
for a championship team.
And they were playing the ball around. And I remember looking at the triangle that we had of Matic, Jones, and Young, and seeing that and thinking, "What the fuck are you like doing?" And then I remember looking at their defensive area when they changed half, and they're free in those same positions. They had a little bit of danger, knocked the ball around, got out of it. And it was just like, these are little differences. And our players are better than their players. But it just feels like they are not coached any sort of football. We are not trained in any sort of way. There's no sort of style of play. After 3 years, Jose Mourinho should have had a better style of play. After 3 years, Jose Mourinho should be getting better results. After 3 years, Jose Mourinho should be having this team challenging for the league title. I don't want to hear it's not good enough, because it is good enough to be doing better. Jurgen Klopp has Trent Arnold-Alexander in his defence, has Joe Gomez in his defence. And when you looked at Liverpool last season, I hate to use them as an example, but I'm going to do it. When you looked at Liverpool last season, you looked at them and you said, they are improving. They maybe need a centre-half, they maybe need a goalkeeper. If they get them, they will be better. In midfield, they could improve. So you could visibly see where they needed to improve. At Manchester United, yes, I know we need a centre half. Yes, we need a right winger. But I'm never going out of games thinking, whoa, you know what? If only we had a centre half, we would have been a little bit better there today. Or you know what? If we had a little right winger, we would have been better there today. Because the whole performance in the team isn't good enough. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like we've got a whole team performing, but in certain areas the quality and the standard of the player isn't good enough. Like the example I used with Liverpool. There's none of that. I'm not seeing any improvement. Jose Mourinho improved Manchester United from Van Gaal to his first season. He made a vast improvement. I know we didn't finish high up in the league, but I think in terms of the attitude at the club, I think the football was a little bit better and we lifted trophies. It kind of built a winning mentality. In his second season, the first half of the campaign, I felt like we were going somewhere, and then it all began to fall apart. And since then, I just haven't felt any improvement. Since the Sevilla game, I've started to doubt Jose Mourinho. I've still got his back. I still want him to succeed. I still want him to succeed now. But I don't believe he can do it anymore. I genuinely don't think he can save this job anymore.
I'm going to play the optimist on it. Look, I think he can. I think that this is not, again, like as much as I know it's kind of been, not necessarily been blown out of proportion, but a lot of people are getting onto it. But we've lost these games previously in the past, and even under Fergie, like we've been knocked out early in the League Cup, and
I hear that. We got knocked out. The last time we got knocked out at this stage was in 2008. We went on to win the European Cup. We're not winning the European Cup this year. And it's not like, you know, if we had just drawn against Wolves and got knocked out today, you can say, oh, that's a bad week. But we lost against Spurs, a team that we beat every season at home. We've we've dropped point like in so many games. Like it's not just been a one-off. And like you know what? Yeah, I feel with this team under Jose, I don't feel like this team has fully abandoned Jose yet, but I feel they kind of have. I feel they're not giving their all to him, and I feel like the team will turn around and put in a performance on Saturday and get 3 points.
But that's what I'm saying.
And then it'll just all fall apart again in 2 weeks, and that's just why I think like this is just done.
But
man.
even if players aren't giving 100% for Jose, you need to be giving 100% just anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're not really like, you need to not be playing. To be honest. So for me, if you're not giving your all, I don't care who's the manager. Really, like you need to be giving your all, and like it don't. And that's my thing. It's where it's like it's the players. For me, a lot of inconsistency with players. You talked about there's no blaring obvious place where it's like, yeah, we need this, need that. It's because consistently every week, like everybody's inconsistent. So it's like you have a good game today, but then you know what I'm saying, like next week you poor, like and it keeps happening. But I don't know, like me personally, I don't think getting rid of him is the answer. I don't think. But at the same time, something needs to happen because there's too much coming out, and there's too much unrest, it seems, between all the fans. Like I say, like just on social media that I see, it's bare. Like there's a massive conversation about it.
United have tweeted getting ready for Saturday. Their first 2 pictures of Pogba and Jose.
They could be trolling.
I love the PR game from Manchester United social media. It's absolutely hilarious. Do you see any resemblance between the way Hazard, Cesc, Costa, etc. were painted by some Chelsea fans to the way Pogba is now being painted? And do you believe, like I have a slight feeling, that Paul Pogba is speaking for the whole dressing room?
I don't know. It's like my opinion on that. It's like for example, the hate against Pogba. I think that's deep. You get me? Like to me, I think there's a tinge of racism within that as well. Like you know what I'm saying, because he's kind of a flashy, rich black guy who's like this elaborate footballer, etc. So I think there is a lot of prejudice where he's just with whatever he does, like Graham Souness and that. You know what I mean? Like,
do you think Pogba's right in this situation?
I think if you're looking around and you're thinking the answer is for us to attack more, and just looking as a fan, and I'm like a layman, you know what I mean? It's like it looks like you should just attack more, innit? Like Wolves are coming to us and just pinging the ball around. Like I say, I'm there and I'm appreciating a lot of their play. I'm a fan of football as well, and it's like a lot of the time I'm not doing that for United. And I know again it's like it's a results driven business. So I know you have to kind of look to get the result, but it's the fact that we're not getting results and we are looking poor.
Says Pogba is the voice of the voiceless. Steven Stevenson says we can't exactly back Jose when his tactics aren't working. He's going no matter what. Jose has one style. That's won him a Champions League everywhere he's been. His football alive. Thank you, Dean. There's a racist undertone with all the unwarranted criticism Pogba gets, says Kyle. Blade says, Dean, stop beating around the bush. I think he's saying he wants you to say Mourinho out with your chest. But I haven't said Mourinho out.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just be talking
about.
I
do not think he's rescuing this, and I think it's just leading to him leaving.
And it's like he don't even know the Prem. Like I don't like. To me, that's the other thing. It's like
I wouldn't. You know what? If it came to it, I don't think we should rush into any appointments. I would just leave it to Carrick and McKenna. The season's a done all anyway, and just wait, and appoint the right person. Don't rush into anything. That's all we've done these last 3 managers. Negative manager, all the time. I'm done with this negativity, man. It's just
we need to. If we get results on a pitch, innit?
And I think a different manager gets a tune out of these players, man. Like, our players are not shit. Alexis Sanchez, Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford, Romelu Lukaku, Paul Pogba, Juan Mata, Jesse Lingard. These men are not shit.
But a lot of them are not like had feels to me seasons and seasons of top apart from Sanchez, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but it feels to me like of them like all of our players are playing against their natural instincts, and that's why we see these bad performances. None of our players are playing to their natural instincts. None of them, apart from Smalling, who's just his natural instincts are to just be clumsy.
I disagree, man. Like, okay, it's like with Rashford, it's like because I've seen like how when he's played for England, it's like he needs to be playing centre forward. For me, you can't play. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but it's like for me, who would in their right mind start playing Rashford up top? Like if we're saying that, it's like you have to be involved. You need to kind of be on a wing. So like that's why I disagree with that. But again, I think it just means players too inconsistent. Obviously,
I think the players are too inconsistent, but I think that's as a result of the manager's management, his man management, his tactics. Everything. I'm not sure he can do it anymore, and that's really disappointing to me. When we got Jose Mourinho, I thought we got a winner, a man that was guaranteed to win the league regardless of whether we like the football or not. But when you're not winning and the football's not good, what are you bringing to the table? Because if you've got one but not the other, then you can take it. But if you've got neither, what are you bringing to the table? Are any of our younger players feeling like they're improving right now? I feel like Paul Pogba is probably looking around thinking, I'm wasting my career.
Jesse Lingard and
like Anthony Martial probably like, I don't feel like, Martial where his agent was saying he was going to leave. I don't think Martial wants to leave Manchester.
Where's he going?
No, but what I'm saying is, I don't think Martial wants to leave Manchester United. I just don't think he wants to play for this guy, and I think that's the same with Pogba. I don't think Paul Pogba wants to leave Manchester United. He
joined from Mourinho,
but but things can change, bruv. I remember.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
My dad telling me to come and work with him, bruv. It sounded like the best thing ever, bruv. And then I worked for him, and a couple years down the line, it's like
Pogba
not working. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo, Drogba, what's he like to work with? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You like.
Nah, but when Jose Mourinho,
you got to see from afar, innit? Like you got to see.
When Jose Mourinho had Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, these young players that burst on the scene, he could see himself in them because he was young, he was new, he was fresh, he was vibrant, he was enthusiastic. He wants to. Now he's won trophies, and he's got these young geezers around him. He's stuck in his ways, bro. I'm sorry to say, he hasn't moved with the times, man. He sees these like as beneath him, and he sees that I am right, you are wrong.
That's what you have to do.
No, you do, but you're not right, bro. You're not right. It's showing because none of your players are reacting to you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, a marathon, not a sprint. But if you fall over 3 times in the first fucking 8 meters.
Yeah, but if
it's not popping, bro. Nah, but it's not happening. Can you see it happening?
Not at the moment. It could happen. Strange things have happened in football. Leicester won the league a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? Who'd have thought of that? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you know what I'm saying? Like you can't. I know this is now in it, but it's not. If come the end of the season, we like looking back, we could be just looking back at this as like he was probably best. He was out of the Carabao Cup or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? We got to rest our players in them weeks. We was fresher for this game and then we won. You know what I'm saying? Like the league has a funny way of playing out. But again, I'm the same. It's doom and gloom in it. Like I think me personally, like if for me, like I'm Jose in if you're like and if you're having that debate. But it's like to me, it's like the only thing I'd say to Jose is like obviously. If there's all this heat in it, you may as well just start going attacking in it. Like what we do against Tottenham first 45 minutes. If we play consistently like that, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking forward to going games and because the movement is there. The only thing was kind of missing was finishes on it. But it's like if we can just start to finish, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it will just even like I say yesterday. Like the thing that I didn't rate was like when the last couple of minutes when we're losing. Like it wasn't even like that reaction from the crowd where like before like certain teams last couple of minutes you'd be shook and that like the ball's kind of getting sucked into the Stretford and like you know what I'm saying it's like now it's all flat and that I think when you start the season and your manager says it's going to be a bad season, I think the negativity is understandable. Dobbsy said, "Are you happy with the style of play?" And Chris Mateague said, "Have you just got blind faith?" Nah, I feel like, and I'm like this as well. There'll be a long time. I'll support Joe. I was chanting Mourinho's Red Army. So I'll support him to the bitter end. I did with Moyes. I did with Van Gaal. He's a better manager than both of them. You have to, but he's not fixing this. I don't think. And I think we're just waiting for that time now where he goes. If we let Pogba go. And before Jose, that would be a sad time for me
Because Jose will be gone anyway soon. Pogba will go on to bigger and better things. We won't replace him. Well, maybe with McTominay. Dean, I can't do this, bro.
I don't know, man. I think me personally, I think they're both remain, and I can't. There's got to be something like if this is any other job in it, you get some mediation or something in it. Like
it's like Brexit, innit? Leave or remain, Pogsit.
I don't think it has to come to that. That's what I hope anyway. Me personally, I don't think there's not another manager I don't think out there who you can kind of expect to go and start winning titles in this league. Like again, look, we're all gonna be, even if he was replaced, like people's gonna be impatient then. Like I just think I don't want to say it myself, but it's like you just have to give him time, and like that's the only thing you can really do. Sacking the managers ain't worked for us in the last couple of seasons. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to us if you're just gonna carry on a sinking ship in it, but I think if we can resolve their problem, because in reality, Pogba's our best midfielder.
I genuinely don't think this problem's resolved. I think it's only resolved. I think he drops Pogba weekend. I think McTominay plays. I think we probably draw, win, whatever. We'll probably get a little reaction. People act like, oh yeah, Jose's right, and in a couple of months, same thing happens again. It's just going to be a cycle of the same thing happening again, the same thing happening again. I think until eventually he goes, or Pogba goes, all our best players go. We're left with Jose, McTominay, and them man, and that's it, isn't it? McTominay, Matic, and Fellaini midfield for life. I think
the problem is as well is we're looking and it's like the other teams are a lot like our rivals are more consistent than we are, innit? That's another problem. Bro. Like Liverpool have set the bar.
Okay, this is my point. Okay, listen to this. This is why I can't hear that players ain't good enough stuff. Look at every single team in the league. Okay, I'm not gonna say Man City and Liverpool. Alright, forget it. I'm gonna say Wolves and Derby. Look at them, bro. Lampard's been in the job for 2 minutes.
But that's the I
don't care, but like you can already see that he's implicating things, he's trying things, he's doing something like, yo, we play. Okay,
but does he get them promoted this season then?
Probably.
Because in reality, that's how he's going to be judged. He's not going to.
But then you're saying judge Jose on results, isn't it?
You beat United at Old
Trafford. But you're saying judge Jose on results.
Yeah.
I'll judge him on the results.
At the end of the season,
I'll judge him on the results that we've had up until
now. We could win the next 20 games, innit? You know what I'm saying?
We're not going to, bro.
Could happen, no.
We're not going to.
Could happen, no. But it's like if you did, you'd be like, yo, bro, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
I would happily say, I wish to God that happened so I look like a dickhead. But it will not.
But that's my thing. I think, I'm not necessarily saying you, but I think some people use it as like, oh, just Jose out. It's just you just want to be that person like, yeah, so I told you. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't telling me nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not, you can either keep a manager or get rid of him. It's not rocket science, you know what I'm saying? So you saying out for 2 years or something, and then if he does eventually get sacked, it don't make you right, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's kind of how jobs go, you know what I'm saying? You get them and lose them, and like, but I don't know. Me personally, I think you just give him time. I think,
you know what says it all to me? Jose gets sacked or leaves Man United. The only way is down for him. Pogba leaves Man United. The only way is up
disagree.
For him. These are facts,
I think Mourinho will be nice.
These are facts, that's why
I don't think he's going to be.
Jose doesn't get a better job than Man United. Pogba goes on and wins.
He could end up back at Madrid.
Pogba goes to a team. This is a sad state of the affairs at Manchester United, which says a lot about our board as well, not just Jose Mourinho. Manchester United ain't in this business to win trophies anymore. We're not. Because that's what we're showing right now. Ed Woodward's out here talking shit the other day about, yeah, we want to win trophies and that. No, you don't, bro. You ain't showed that once. You still think Smalling's good enough? Jones good enough?
He's a businessman, you know what I mean? Like,
no, but I don't want to hear it, bro. What's more profitable? A company that's just fucking won the league, or a company that's sitting in 5th, 6th, their manager and their best players fucking arguing on the pitch in front of cameras? First of all, why the fuck is the camera in training a day after the game where we've just been knocked out? Second of all, you know the camera's there. Everyone wants to say Paul Pogba should keep his attack comments to himself, which everybody in the stadium agrees with. But Jose's seeing the cameras there and telling him to get out of training, bro. You think he don't know what he's doing, bro?
I don't know if I believe it. They could just be trolling, man. You don't know if they know it's that you don't know in it. Like, and this is the thing. I'm not gonna.
People say Pogba flirted with Barcelona. But Jose flirted with PSG, bro.
Nah, this is the thing. I can't stand when people talk here. This is still business, innit? You're not gonna no player. And it's happened in the past. Like Rooney's done it, Rio's done it. All these players have tried to get better deals from United. Like, to be honest, fair play to them. Like, if you know your worth in it, and you're saying this is still a job, and I want X amount of money or whatever. Fair play to you, mate. And if you can say this club over here is gonna pay me that, fair play to you, mate. So I think that's just straight business, innit? Like, Jose wanted a new contract to United. How do you do that, bro? There's someone else who wants to sign me as well. That's not. I don't think that's showing disloyalty, innit? That's just like, yo, that's just business, innit? Jose and a Man, I'm saying, what born a Man United fan. Like, I don't want. It's like, again, people want this like he's not gonna do Pogba. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't born in this country. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he could he doesn't have to stay at United. So I'm not. I don't get. It doesn't really get. It doesn't get me all in a twist.
Oh no! Someone just brought Fergie up in the comments. Don't you dare bring Fergie up in the comments. Don't ever. Don't. Fergie didn't spend 400, 500 mil in his first couple of seasons, and Fergie took over.
That's the run of the mill now, though.
Fergie took over a completely different club. I don't want to hear that, bro. That is silly, man. You can't. Don't compare the GOAT to Jose Mourinho ever again.
We're not spending more than our rivals.
Sorry,
you know
but
what I'm saying?
sorry. I don't care, bro. We're spending enough to show me better football than what I'm seeing right now. We've got better players. If you play your players to your strengths, I guarantee we get better results than what we're getting at the moment. If you ask your players to play against their natural instincts, they're going to play like shit. They're going to play inconsistently. They're not always going to perform because they don't want to play that way.
Mourinho can't influence Lukaku scoring one-on-ones. You know what I'm saying?
But you can make the camp feel positive before the season starts. No,
he's missed so many chances this season. Like,
so
I'm
many
not gonna say
layers to it,
Lukaku's
bro.
fault, but it's like just him scoring could have leave
it sounds dumb, yeah, and I know people are going to take this out of context. You see, when you play Football Manager, how many things taken to affect your result? Chatting to this guy, chatting to that guy. Man's got slight concern. This guy's got slight. Things happen, bro.
He's been there and done it. You know what I'm saying? He's been playing that game for years. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he ain't no newcomer in that game. He's been doing this for years, mate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like same way. It's like I can't come and tell you how to play that game because you've been playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think obviously this is not. It's not as simple as that. He's dealing with some top end, some proper world class players in the name of Pogba and probably Sanchez, but he's dealing with top talent, so that can happen.
Exactly. And look at Sanchez. He scored 2 goals for us in his whole time he's been here. That says it all to me, bruv.
But
that says that's
strange. Strange things have happened, and you know what I mean. Like it's happened in the past, and Torres went to Chelsea, and it's like
Sanchez comes good.
That's what I think, and again, I think it's just time.
But not under Jose.
He's still not been. well, we'll see. Cause I can't see them sacking him, to be honest.
I can't either, which is a sad state of affairs as well. Chelsea have got higher standards than Manchester United at this current moment in time. Chelsea want to win more trophies than Manchester United at this current time.
They're in the Europa Cup, innit?
It doesn't, bro. It's fact. They won the league more than us recent years, bro.
Yeah.
Since Fergie left, they're looking to.
There was not enough.
They make decisions to win the league.
If we was not in anything,
United don't.
Man's would have lost their head. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was at least then we was in the Europa League. Like, if we were at a season like not in nothing, man would have been.
That's another thing as well. Like my man says, watch Jose drop Martial. It's like. It's like
Martial played well. Yes, he didn't win the game for man.
Okay. What about this then? Last week he played, scored. Oh, I've got to play Sanchez next game because Martial played 90 minutes. Bro, Sanchez played 270 minutes and did fuck all before then. So what has that got to do with Martial? He's just scored. Keep him in the team at the weekend. You never know what happens. It might not be Wolves 1, Man United 1. Because you got a boy that's confident, playing, just scored in his last game. He might score in this game. Instead, you bring back in a player that ain't done shit for months and is obviously out of form.
Form is temporary, class is permanent. No, again, like for me, Sanchez comes good because he's class, innit? And I just think, again, I don't think you can really question a man's decision. Like if he's put
Martial's better than Sanchez.
If he puts in Sanchez, that's it. Like you see him every day.
Martial's better than Sanchez right now.
This is a man who sees them every day.
These are stats. These are facts. These are performances. These are everything. Martial has performed better than Sanchez. He's delivered more goals. Everything. These are facts. These are facts. The only people that get away with dire performances, like bruv, Nemanja Matic has been more inconsistent, more poor than Paul Pogba. But all this talks about Paul Pogba is not good enough. Fucking Chris Smalling, this season has been our best centre half. So excuse that bit. Last season he was fucking awful. He kept Bailly out of the team because he had a weird little issue with him. Like, there's players all over the place that you can point at and say, like, what is going on here? Like,
Bailly looks a shadow of him for myself.
Why?
I don't know. Innit?
Your man's coming out and saying, as soon as it went to Phil and Eric, I knew we were fucked. What confidence are you giving these guys? Like,
no, but they're technically
psychology comes into it so much, you know, bro.
Yeah,
I think people downplay the psychology side of things so much in sport. But when you look at it, and you look at simple facts, all you need to do is tell some of these man they're amazing and they can do this. Or are you a great? Yeah, at the World Cup you were great. We can just improve this. He didn't do that. It was he needs to show up for United and just chatting shit, bro. I don't know, man. It's sad. It's sad. I hate to see this. I want to be positive. I want United to win. I want Jose to be successful. I want Pogba to be the star man, but I don't think all those things are happening at once.
Obviously, we need to win. We need to win our next game, innit? Like, that's the way I see it. That's the easiest way.
We probably will, and that's the frustrating thing because we'll win our next game.
That's what I want.
No, I want us to win our next game, but that's the frustrating. We'll win our next game, then we'll lose against Valencia. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you idiots, man?
That's football, though, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? That's what happened.
No, it's not. As much as it's at Manchester United,
we'll see at the end of the season. Like I say, it's like if Derby going like spin their league in it. You know what I'm saying? Like Wolves gonna do well. So it's like
I don't care about that, bro. If we're Manchester, you realise what you're saying, bro. You realise what you're saying, though.
We've got no divine.
You realise what you're saying,
right now.
What you're saying is we can't expect to beat Derby and Wolves.
No, I'm just saying like
we can't expect to beat Derby and Wolves is what you're saying. Now, if we won every game and then we drew against Wolves and drew against Derby, I understand you. But it's not that. If we played well and we were unlucky, but it's not that.
We had a player sent off, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. We didn't even lose the actual game, innit? Like, they've just changed the format this season where it's like
we lost that
90
game.
Penalties.
We lost
again,
that
like,
game,
had this been last season,
we lost that game, bro. Don't use that as an excuse.
Yo.
Dean's on a mad one today, you know. Yo, guys, I don't know. Anything else we can say? I just feel like, if Jose's not bringing trophies, he's not bringing nothing, so you may as well allow it. Because it's true. What do you think, Dean?
I think we need to just get behind the team, man.
I'm behind him, bro. You stand next to me. I'm behind this fella when I'm inside. But when I'm outside, I have to speak the truth. And I have to speak what's in my heart. And what's in my heart is, I don't think this guy turns it around.
Only time will tell, innit? Like, I don't think he's getting sacked anytime soon, innit? To be honest,
he's not, and that's a shambles because our club isn't run to win trophies.
We were second last season. How many games we won this season?
Bro. We were not second last. We were second last season on paper. But were we second last season?
The league table don't lie, innit?
Were we runners up second? No.
We
weren't running. We weren't running. We weren't running last season. We weren't in the running. We weren't runners up.
Just blew everyone out the water, innit?
No.
Again, look, again, like
we haven't played
another
City
conversation.
Yet,
but it's like
that's a different story. Our fixtures have been easy so far, bro. Our fixtures have been easy so far. We haven't even played the good teams yet.
But you don't know.
We played Spurs that last 3 games in a row, bro.
But again, that was. You heard my man say Pochettino's even
saying
he was going to win that game.
Poch was actually under pressure. People are making excuses for Jose. He's the only manager where people make excuses for him.
I think he's the one.
None of you made these excuses for Moyes and that. None of you made excuses for Moyes. No one made excuses for Van Gaal. No one won't make these excuses for. You like to laugh at them, but no one makes these excuses.
No, but it's like again, I go back to
at least I can see improvement in their team, bro.
Moyes had won nothing, so it's like I can't be trusting you too much because it's like you've never, you know what I'm saying, you've never took a team to the.
Jose looks like he's gonna win nothing, bro.
It's a deeper conversation, but again, there's other things that's gone against him. We haven't invested against as much as our competitors this season.
But it should be better.
Should be better. You know what I'm saying? We're 6 games in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, if you ask every player their honest opinion, are they happy playing for Manchester United like this? Do you think how many of them are saying yes?
I think Fellaini would probably say Fellaini's getting games, isn't it? So
I don't want to hear
Fellaini's getting
in a percentage.
Fellaini's looking good in it, you know what I'm saying?
In a percentage, how many of these players in the squad of 23 first team players do you think are happy?
I don't think anyone's happy when you're not winning in it. So I'm not expecting.
Even when we're winning, no one's happy.
No, I think winning changes a lot in it. Like
if we're winning, it changes a lot. But like I said before,
again, it's like even
if Jose ain't winning, he's not doing nothing. Right or wrong?
It's fine. Like
it's an interesting debate, guys. Get your thoughts in the comments below. Dean, obviously subscribe to Straight Up, and that link's in the description below. Any final thoughts for today? We have been rambling on for a while. I know I get emotional, so I'm gonna be quiet and let you talk for a bit. if you want to.
I just hope that Man United are trolling us with that video, because again, to me, it's baffling how that camera's even got in there and it's able to be published, and then United are kind of producing similar pictures. So that's a bit baffling. So I'm hoping they're trolling, but that's the only thing I hope. But I hope that obviously just moving forward, I think again, like I know everyone's all kind of split on this Jose in, Jose out, but just needs to get behind the team. And like I don't know. Again, I hope just when we go to next games, like I know the away fans are always on point, but it's like at home. Again, we need to kind of start building that energy where, like, I don't know, like if the players are up for it, the crowd's up for it, so then it can help the team on, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I think, like I said, I just think we need to. I think Jose can turn it around. I think he probably needs to just ease off on that handbrake a bit, innit? Like I think again, like against Wolves, although we didn't play well for the majority of the game, I think when we do take the lead, it's kind of what Pogba says. We need to go and get another. And I was saying it at the time next to you that I think we need another goal here, innit? Because I think just from how teams are playing, I see all teams scoring against us. To be honest, our defense is lacking. I think again that's not been helped by the board, obviously not kind of backing to get a defender, and I think that we're just gonna have to go with what we've got. I hope obviously this Mourinho and Pogba, they have to resolve that, innit? Because to be honest, like me personally, I think without Pogba in that midfield, I think our midfield's dead. No attacking intent. And to be honest, I just don't. Where Mourinho's concerned, I just don't see an actual viable successor to him. To be honest, so I want them kind of both to stay, but I think there's compromises that need to happen on both sides. I think we need to be We need to be going for teams more. I think our defense is that poor. I don't think we shouldn't even be. Just a clever man wouldn't. You can't rely on that defense to concede goals. You can only kind of rely on De Gea.
So then why not go with attack being your best choice of defense?
Well, that's what I think. But again, I think at the same time, I think our people at top need to start finishing their chances. Alexis needs to pull your finger out. You get me? Like I still believe it will come good. And he's
been dead for 10 months.
Turn it around, innit? Like you need to kind of show why man wanted you in it. Like I've seen him play at Old Trafford when he's played for Arsenal.
This is what baffles me, bro. Like this is what gets me. I'm not gonna get going again, but this is what baffles me. Most of these players in our team, every man got excited when we signed them. Now all of a sudden, our team's shit. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense at all. Anyway, guys, get your comments in below on everything we've discussed today. Do you think Jose Mourinho has lost the dressing room? Do you think Paul Pogba has got too big for his boots? Get your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have faith in the manager turning this around, or do you think his time is over? Let us know. Get your thoughts in. Subscribe to McKola TV. Subscribe to Straight Up as well. The link's in the description. And for now, I'm Adam, his Dean. We out. We're out.